friends, what I am holding here is a legitimate Christmas miracle.
It's a gift from Sean at MacDuff's Soap Company to see if a package sent from Canada would arrive safe and sound, free and clear to the United States so he could reopen shipping to all of us south of the Canadian border. And for fans of MacDuff's Soap Company in the United States, we bring you glad tidings of great joy. Bad Santa is on his way.
It's a Christmas morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why? Come on in the live chat, meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. We have 2 Andrews. They'd love to meet you too.
They would. And for our mention today, Marcus would like to talk about his new brush from Henson Shaving.
That's right, folks. They've started making brushes in limited quantities to test the market a little bit. They come in one color right now, but they are heavy. They're beautiful. I am told by the brothers and sisters who know that this is most likely a pure bliss knot, although Henson would neither confirm nor deny that. They weren't being cagey about it, but it was like, I'm not sure what it's called from the people we get it from in another place, so I'm not sure if it's the same, but it might be. It is set in epoxy, so you can go ahead and shake the heck out of it, and I am having a beautiful time getting to know this. It is a splay machine, but you kind of gotta know the angle to get it to splay, and we will use it on the show today. Have you used this yet?
I just, in one of the times we practiced with it, the bulb knot, I actually am getting to know, like you were talking about earlier, to get the target of where the brush hits, but I like how this does have a little splay to it as well.
And what is our soap today?
We get to enjoy a little gingerbread today from MacDuff's Soap Company. Let's meet it.
All right, y'all, from the sales page at MacDuff'sSoapCompany.com.
Gingerbread is a gourmand bakery fragrance that captures holiday nostalgia with modern elegance, opening with the dark and earthy warmth of pumpernickel and ginger, seamlessly intertwined with the brightness of lemon, orange zest, and honey. At its heart, a delicious blend of cardamom, nutmeg, and a hint of cinnamon unveils a rich spiciness, balanced by the smooth golden sweetness of vanilla, honey, and afternote of maple syrup. The base lingers with the quiet strength of cedarwood and patchouli essential oils, giving the blend depth and longevity.
Well, we know from experience that Sean can make a fabulous gourmand out of a horse saddle, so when he does take on one of the most iconic desserts of the holiday season, how are we not on board for that? Let's take this one out of its miracle box. We were tracking this thing with Sean on its journey like a 5-year-old tracks Santa's journey on NORAD. So we were so thrilled when this arrived completely unharmed and in perfect condition from Canada. And he gave us a full set. Thank you, buddy. We got the splash too. Let's open this one first.
Okay.
See if our friend MacDuff is on the label. There he is, and he's such a good boy. We have had MacDuff himself on one of our lives.
That's
you can
true.
go check that out on Instagram. It's still there.
Oh, here he is again.
Oh, I love these labels.
smiles
Sean,
from
look how
everyone.
happy he looks.
Oh, the gingerbread even has a little bow tie on.
Well, of course, Sean is such a dapper gentleman himself. I am surprised we only have 1 or 2 other scents in our entire collection that have a gingerbread note.
Right.
And I think this is the first one that's gingerbread centered. We have not opened Sterling's yet, but stay tuned. So I am so excited to see this list of scent notes. Pumpernickel, maple. I have a feeling this is going to be far more than just a gingerbread house. So come along with us for this first impression. You got to do Rudolph first, so I'm going to take this in. Did you make gingerbread houses growing up?
We did. We used to go to our friend's grandma's house, and she would help us cut out all the little pieces, and we had to wait for them to come out of the oven and cool down so we could put the whole houses together. But it's been decades since I've done it from scratch to the whole finale. Did you ever make just like little gingerbread
We
man?
did once with my mom, and they came out so rock hard.
Oh.
Like, that was part of the payoff, was when you're done, you can eat it. But y'all, once that glue hardened and that gingerbread had sat overnight, pretty much this happened.
1, 2, 3.
So I'm hoping this is going to be that rich, moist, doughy gingerbread that I am hoping for. And I have a little bit of a sense of Sean's nose as it is. And I think this would be a perfect assignment for that man. All right, let's take this in and see what we've got. Oh, it's a beautiful pour. Beautiful, soft soap. If you tub load, you have to sign a waiver. All right, taking this in. Oh, I adore this, Sean. I adore this because it's not gingerbread. It's all of the components of gingerbread laid out on a table, ready to put them together. Some of them are cooked, some of them are not. And until you step back and kind of take them all in on their own, you're not going to get the full gingerbread sense because you can explore every single one of them. Hold on, let me see what I find first. Orange. Familiar, beautiful, welcoming, autumnal. Not the pulpy part. It's not tart. It's on its way to candied, and that's the first part. Next is lemon and a sort of a vague sense of the spices like in a biscotti that kind of start making your mouth water but have a clean side to them. But the citrus is the star of that wave. Wow. The honey and the ginger lay the foundation of the sweet together as they pull against each other, and then the ginger just sits beautifully in the middle. This is a Bergdorf's Brooks Brothers kind of a gingerbread scent, y'all. This is elegant and beautiful. God, the maple and the cardamom come together to give me the sense of a warm sweater in this beautiful autumnal weather. And then there's something else. I'm looking at the scent notes here because I need a map. There is something else that brings you down onto a bed of spice. I mean, the nutmeg?
Maybe.
Perhaps. Wow. And then something in those high sweets, orange, almost so candied it reminds me of like powdered sugar or snow, are offset by the cedarwood and the, wait for it, patchouli that you can sense in the base. And in the earliest gourmand accords, patchouli was one of the 3 ingredients. So figure that one out. But there is a bit of a even to the patchouli sense in here. Oh, Sean, well, maybe just because the gingerbread scratch and sniff stickers I grew up with were in such a lane and so memorable, they were kind of fake smelling. It was all sugar and just a hint of sort of a gingerbready sense. This is like standing next to a Michelin chef as he makes gingerbread from scratch, from all of the basic ingredients, and they're all coming through on this. This is truly an exceptional scent. Hold on. I need you to smell this, but I'm not ready to let go of it yet.
I'm being flashed with images of us watching on YouTube how all the Disney parks show that they make the special Christmas treats. And I remember watching them make their gingerbread, and they kind of make it more that Michelin style. So I think it could be a good smell-o-vision watching that and smelling this.
It's just so clean. I mean, that's the other amazing thing about it. I thought this would be really dense and rich in the middle. It's not. The middle is wide open and beautiful and citrusy and clean, and all of the rich dark spices and Christmassy magic is swirling around on the outside. Okay, I think I'm ready to give this up for a few minutes.
Real good.
I want you to know what this smells like. This is amazing.
Now I'm even more excited to know we got the splash over there.
Oh yeah, give me a straw.
It's not for eating or drinking, Marcus.
Don't eat this up. All right, take it in. Okay. See what you find.
It's been too long since we've had a MacDuff, my friends.
Boy, I have missed our Christmas episodes. Can I just say that? This is amazing.
I understand now. I get it. I get it. Yes, Sean knows how to do his gourmands, but there is something turned up, and I think he even says a modern elegance, and my friend, it completely is. Like, even how I thought I remembered gingerbread smelling like is nowhere near the tier of where this actually takes you. Like, I feel like you get the deepest full width of all those spices somehow in a way that they aren't the same once they're cooked. Like you were saying, it's almost like everything's laid out, prepped in front of you. Yeah. And this is just keeping like that whole vibrancy turned up in the best way that each scent has its turn to get a whiff. I think I normally associate a lot more like icing or something with gingerbread. Right. This doesn't have that over-the-top candy sugar portion. Right. So you can really indulge in the actual spices that are creating eating the gingerbread itself.
Right.
Like, I don't think I even knew all those spices were in there. Like, in my mind, gingerbread is like a chunk together, kind of like when you read pumpkin spice. It's all jammed together. Like, I'm learning what actually is in gingerbread and why it tastes so good because there's all those spices. Right. So I do remember reading maple syrup.
Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color?
And I thought it was going to be a little more of like the autumn cabin version, but putting that with these magic spices, it might be the pumpernickel, maybe the ginger, something about with those three coming together. My friends, it is quite an experience.
Here's why this is genius. Pumpernickel in my German house growing up was kind of a miniature loaf of bread that was heavily spiced, almost like a savory sort of biscotti.
Mm-hmm.
There was anise in there, there was cardamom in there was lots of kind of stuff in the bread itself, and you ate it with like rich cheeses or little pieces of meat. It was always laid out at Christmas time. But here's the thing. That's what gives this its bready sense. That against the ginger and the sweets is the heart of a gingerbread. And I think it smells a little bit like pretzel. I think it smells a little bit like Disney parks somehow. And I think it's absolutely inspired to use pumpernickel to give the gingerbread its bread. It gives it even more of a Christmassy layer.
I think my brain thought there was going to be much more lactonic. Like a lot of the times it's a gingerbread latte, or you dunk your gingerbread in milk or the icing.
Frosting on the gingerbread house.
And I kind of think that not being part of the scent makes the gingerbread have such a different perspective that I'm thoroughly enjoying experiencing it just on its own. I think it's the cardamom that's adding that little elegance, turned up kind of vibes. Just check for the cardamom.
For sure. That's what made it like hotel
Yes.
lobby-ish for me. Beautifully clean in the middle.
There's just something more of like a grand experience happening here.
Cozy. It's what makes me feel like I'm in a giant sweater.
I really would use this all through fall, all through January. Like there's something in this that just has your coziness, not necessarily holiday, but just that calm, content, cozy feeling that you can't get any other way without these lovely spices intertwining together.
And I'm a sucker for nutmeg with vanilla, nutmeg with honey, nutmeg with lemon. I think it's just beautiful when it's used in the sweeter parts of things.
Right. You know, I forgot about the citruses. Let me, that's what you got it first. Hold on.
I did. I find orange is the entire center of this thing.
Okay, hold on. You know, you're right, but I visualize more like the orange slices that are used and kind of like cooked down for garlands and different things. So it's not the zest for me, but it's more that almost so candied it's not even a citrus anymore.
Very
version.
candied. Almost like the orange from Astro Traveler, if you know that one.
Yeah, but next to the spices, and you know, I really thought there was going to be a cinnamon happening in here.
Oh, there's
I don't think I see one.
You're right. Now, that doesn't mean there isn't a hint of cinnamon in there.
Right.
But there's probably not.
I think it's the magic of the ginger and the nutmeg. Like, my brain is just assuming that there's a cinnamon, but I don't think there really is.
Well, we might know a little better when we do build a lather and take one more detailed look at these scent notes. All right, back to the sales page of MacDuffSoapCompany.com. We start with pumpernickel, beautiful, spicy, and doughy. I am definitely getting the sense of bread, even pretzel in the middle of this from the pumpernickel.
And somehow it's keeping it from getting too sweet.
Right,
Like, that's
right.
the cap on the sweetness.
I think pumpernickel even has a little cardamom, kind of ginger nutmeg thing in it already. And then we have ginger. You notice there's not gingerbread as a scent note. He's literally building it in the scent notes as well. I don't get it as a raw ginger, which is rare. I'm getting it as kind of a cooked ginger from some of our Southeast Asian restaurants around here that we love so much.
Which is funny. Now that I tried to just look for the ginger, I totally got the citrus. Like, my brain was like, wait, no, there's more besides the ginger.
Right, because those are the two clean friends in the middle of this, all the dirty friends around the outside where they belong. Even something boozy in the way these are coming together for me. I love that I can sense the colors and then I can step back and see how they blend in this scent. Lemon and honey, little hot toddy there on the counter. Do you get the honey as a sweetness? I get it like really rich and faint in the base.
It's almost creating like an amber kind of vibe for me.
Ooh, she's smart. Right, the honey with the orange. Absolutely an amberish quality. Beautiful, bright, but still autumnal. Then diving down, we got a little patchouli here. How are you sensing that? This is not the bad Santa patchouli.
And I think I gotta say, the cardamom was kind of getting more of that bougie, kind of elegant side, but it might be having that with the patchouli.
Right. Nutmeg, little something from the eggnog, along with your gingerbread, maybe. Vanilla, maple, and then wait for it, cedarwood. Little peppery, little effervescent to play against that ginger and the pumpernickel. beautiful. I think it's actually the cedar that gives it a little bit of a sense of bread, too.
But I love that that's kind of more on the exit of the whiff. There's something that brings it a little back down to earth, and I think it's that. Kind of, it goes sweet, spicy, citrusy, back to the spices, and then it just has a nice little kind of calming little wisp of a finish.
Right. And y'all, a couple of Christmases ago, Santa was doing a live here on Instagram from our barbershop, and Spot Prince happened to be there with his little girl. Well, she got to meet Santa Claus, and Santa had such a great time talking to her. She helped create this bowl specifically for Santa, and Spot Prince made it for her. She sent it up to the North Pole, and every once in a while at the beginning of December, Santa sends it back here to the barbershop for us to use because he doesn't shave in December.
And Spot Prince's family is in Canada too,
where the cold air comes from. All right, this is a beautifully soft soap. That's how you know it's a MacDuff's. And we're just going to make a thin layer of this on the bottom of our Santa Claus bowl and spread it out as thin as we can get it, because the first goal is just to bring that soap onto the bristles of the brush. We don't want to build a lather yet because the bubbles get too big at first. A little Christmas magic. We're going to do our patented vertical bloom here of the soap and let the water hang out at the bottom. All right, now I'm going to take my Henson brush and what is most likely a Pure Bliss knot, and watch this. I'm just going to go forwards and backwards. Now, a little bit of water is getting onto the bristles of that brush, but mostly it's kind of a dry brush method. And then forwards, backwards. You see, most of that soap's already gone. I'm going to turn the brush a couple of times to give those bristles a new orientation to grab the soap up with, but that's where we're at here on step 2. All of that soap is hiding in among the bristles of the brush. Now, I'm going to go down and slowly start bringing that water into play.
I feel like since we recently did Chai Light Zone, the cardamom in that one is helping me be able to learn the cardamom in this one. So if you're a cardamom fan, those might both be good friends.
And thank you, Sean, because we know cardamom got super expensive this year because the crop failed the year before. So anytime we get a soap in 2025 with cardamom in it, it is a luxury. I put it in my mashed potatoes. Douglas Smythe puts it in his coffee. Oh, something a tiny bit balsamic is coming out of this. Kind of the citrus is almost transferring into something berry-ish along the outskirts of this. And look at this, y'all, like the North Pole itself, just freshly fallen snow. Sarah made sure I had my gingerbread shirt for this episode because she's amazing.
Come on.
And this is something you will only find on the Barbershop Duet. This is Who Put the Bread in My Ginger Whip on 3, 1, 2. Sean. This is gorgeous. That smells more Christmassy. This smells more naturey.
Yeah, I'm with you.
A little more orangey, but in a Christmas way? What's the definition of a Christmas orange? But this is it. The vanilla, the maple, subtly binding it together without having to be sweet, but definitely adding the maple character. We are clearly just dancing around the obvious here. Sean, I hope it's okay if we nominate this for the 2025 Masterpiece Collection here on the Barbershop Duet. We will publish a list at the end of the year. But holy crap, this is the definition of masterpiece around here, y'all.
We actually saw this go by last year, but we just didn't have time to get it before the holiday season was over. It was worth the wait, y'all. I just gotta say.
If you love something, let it go. If it's meant to be, it will come back to you.
There you go. So there's the icing.
What if we built Sean a gingerbread house and used this for the icing? Just piped it in. Nobody would notice. The lather's that good.
But it would smell so much better.
I think even after you ate it, you wouldn't know. It's so good.
I think we're going to be rock, paper, scissoring for who shaves this.
I'm going to go just shave right now. Look at this. I waited.
Oh, it's ready.
Oh.
You're right. This brush is heavier. I forget.
Well, the fun thing about a heavy brush is it kind of pushes down for you as you make the lather in the bowl, but I don't care about that right now.
No.
Because I'm just enjoying the scent of it on my face. And you know what's funny? Definitively, by definition, gingerbread, but that's not the first thing I'd say. What would you call this if you had to, like, name it from scratch?
Like holiday spice fabulousness. Right. I don't know. I would not change anything in the ratio. So whatever you did, Sean, you just nailed it. You don't even have to change a thing.
This is a hug from Mrs. Claus.
There you go. Right after she left the kitchen.
And she's hot.
Yeah, maybe next year instead of Bad Santa, you have Mrs. Claus. Bad
Mrs. Claus. I don't know.
Are you just going to keep lathering or should we go a little deeper?
You'll smell better watching this guy. Well, you know what it is? It's growing up in a big old German family where we made a smorgasbord on the pool table for every single holiday. And it's the pumpernickel in this that is bringing me back to a legit German Christmas with some Pfeffernuss over there and some borscht on the stove. My dad put ketchup in the borscht.
Marcus is telling on you, Marcus.
Would you like a little bit?
I guess I should have some more.
Oh,
yes.
please.
We're going for doubles here. I think it's time to go a little deeper because you got a splash we still have to do, my friend.
Up on the rooftop, the reindeer paws. Well, y'all, let's go down the chimney and open up this little bottle of joy.
Marcus is just having way too much fun over here.
I'm not wiping this off. Why would I take this beautiful, delicious scent off my face on that towel right now? We're just going to finish the episode like this. Did you believe in Santa Claus growing up?
Forever.
You did? You would die in the wool Santa Claus?
We thought we figured it out, my sister and I, and we thought we got like, okay, we're going to nail Santa. We're going to figure out if this is real. I thought we could kind of sneak it onto the table with the milk and cookies without mom and dad seeing, because then we could tell if it was them. And then Santa got the note and wrote back. And I don't know how my parents did it. They must have been left-handed or something, but they really fooled. We thought we could like get a magnifying glass and FBI it, and no. We really thought he was real for way too long, which was actually super fun.
My dad was the kind of jokester that would always let you know when he was kidding. In fact, he kind of had this face he would make at the beginning of the lie to you, and you could kind of read it on his face that he was jiving you. Mm-hmm. But he used to tell this story when I was little, when we were at my grandparents' house, that one Christmas Eve from his bedroom where he could see the fireplace, he opened his door and saw a boot going up the chimney. And when he told that story, he didn't have the look on his face. And he only told it a couple of times. And when he told it, he was like, look, I know this is a little weird, but that did happen. And then he just stayed stone-faced and took another sip of his coffee.
Aww.
I can dream, can't I? Bert Kreischer's daughters set up a camera on his mantle, so Bert snuck in, took the camera, edited it on iMovie, and put a glove from Santa coming over the top of the camera to turn it off. The girls lost their ever-loving minds. One of my little piano students did find out that I had been her Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah, that's
her
a
whole
rough
life,
go.
and that did not go so well. Well, her mom used to give me the presents that Santa was supposed to give her when I had the suit on, and I would take out the letter that she sent to the North Pole from my pocket. Oh, it was a thing.
Finally, he decided it was time for the splash.
I had to take it off, but only on the contingency that I could try the splash. Oh, I'm so excited.
Somebody else showed up for the splash
here. This is a witch hazel splash from Sean at MacDuff's.
It's okay if we spill this on the dog.
Indeed, I wanted to smell like this all month. All right, chin chin.
Oh, wait, there's even more things happening here.
Oh, there are. Oh. Wait a minute. Kind of a marshmallowy sense in here. And I mean the natural marshmallow root kind of thing.
I'm getting like the honey happening with the
orange.
maple.
You smelling the orange in there too?
Yes.
And the maple is under all of it. It's so natural the way he's building the sweets inside of this gourmand, and she could not be more happy.
See, this, if you wore out in public, I don't know if people would know right away it was gingerbread, but they would know the spices and the elegance that are turned up here. This screams like fall into winter, all the holiday parties. This one hits all of them.
And the cardamom keeps it on the masculine side. I could see gingerbread almost skewing feminine on its own, but all of these spices that Sean has put around the outside make it a beautiful, dressed up, dapper guy going out for the evening with maybe a beautiful lady on his arm. And a dog in a bag over their shoulder that they kind of sneak in everywhere. She's been to such nice restaurants.
She has.
Hidden in a bag. And in a theater.
I think it might be the pumpernickel, the patchouli. Somebody else is definitely having more of a voice here.
The patchouli can very often be what makes your mouth water in a gourmand if it's sitting in there just right.
We almost lost her.
She's not here to relax. She's clearly here to imbibe in some gingerbread.
That's the only reason she came over. She was mid-nap and she woke up
way
for
over there
this.
Snoring, and she's deaf. From one dog to another, as they say. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Sean at MacDuff's Soap Company, ready to create some iconic Christmas scents. And there are some wonderful gingerbread oils out there that you can get, but he's going to decide to make his own and build it out of kind of those raw materials that a chef would use to make their gingerbread. Cardamom, nutmeg, ginger, spice. And just about the time it gets across the border safe and sound, and you can hear folks from Massachusetts to Texas rejoicing you are going to get your own. So head over to MacDuff'sSoapCompany.com to find this and a bunch of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with gingerbread from MacDuff's. And, I'm not generally shocked in this hobby anymore, but I was with this. This is as if Sean had to go out and collect every single raw material needed to make a gingerbread, keep some of them raw, peel, some of them cook, some of them, but leave them separate, and then put them all out in front of me, and I take it all in together. So if my nose wants to construct gingerbread the way my eye constructs a Seurat painting, it can. Otherwise, it's just left to swim in the oranges, in the spices, in the nutmegs, in everything else going on in here. And again, I don't know why I was thinking it would be something else, but this is exactly how Sean's gourmet nose would put together gingerbread for us in a scent. And I am all about it. Thank you, Sean and MacDuff. We hope you have a fabulous Christmas season, and we have one more candy cane surprise yet to uncover. Hey, welcome to Messages.
So for our December giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get this custom brush from Grizzly Bay.
Sarah ordered my birthday brush from Grizzly Bay for my 50th, and he threw in a second one to give away to y'all here on the show. To be eligible for this giveaway, all you have to do is send us an email here to thebarbershopduet.com, mention the Grizzly Bay brush, and check back here on our first January episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
Well, while this soap is absolutely spectacular and might be my current favorite among the Christmas lineup, I think the big win here is that MacDuff's Soap Company is selling and shipping once again to the United States free and clear, and we can get our own now whenever we want. I think there are 10 more MacDuff scents we have not yet covered, with some more to come from what Sean has told us in the year ahead. There are some new surprises in store for fans of this beautiful little Scotty dog.
Thank you so much, Sean and MacDuff, for sending this out for free for us to review. We are grateful. Not just that it turned in to be a masterpiece, but this scent alone, every time we get to take a whiff, we get to think of you guys. So we hope you have a wonderful holiday season. And don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.